All right, let's just jump right in. Artificial intelligence, it's not some sci-fi movie concept anymore, right? It's here and it's a seriously powerful toolkit that is changing the game for project management, like right now. So today we're going to break down what that actually means for you, for your projects, and yeah, for your entire career.
And this quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? It gets right to the heart of the matter. We're not just talking about learning some new software here. No, this is a fundamental shift in how we do our jobs. The choice is pretty simple, you know? We can either get out in front and lead this thing, or we risk getting left behind. So let's make sure you've got everything you need to be on that winning side. Okay, so you might be thinking, why all the fuss right now? Well, it's because we're living in what people are calling the exponential age. And that's just a fancy way of saying that the speed of technological change is, well, it's accelerating like crazy, faster than ever before. And AI? It's the engine driving that whole thing.
You know, what's so cool about this timeline is that it basically maps out our professional lives, doesn't it? Think about it. Many of us have adapted from those early clunky computers. Then came the internet in the 90s, which just blew everything open. Then social media and mobile phones in the 2000s changed how we connect. AI is just the next big wave in that evolution. But it's arguably the most powerful one yet, kind of the culmination of all that progress. Okay, so that's the big picture, the why this all matters. But let's get to the good stuff, the how. Like, how can you actually use AI? Maybe even tomorrow on the project you're working on right now. This is where it gets super practical. Let's open up this brand new AI-powered toolkit.
So let's talk about the planning phase. You know how it is. It can be an absolute beast, just so time-consuming. Well, with AI, it gets a massive upgrade. Instead of you manually digging through spreadsheets, imagine this. AI instantly analyzes ROI to help you pick the right projects. It scans all your past projects to flag risks you might have totally missed. And it doesn't just flag them, it even suggests ways to handle them. It's kind of like having a super smart analyst on your team, getting everything optimized before you even start, which frees you up to do the real strategic thinking.
And then once the project is actually up and running, AI basically becomes your eyes and ears on the ground, 24/7. It chews through mountains of data to give you insights that help you make way smarter decisions. And think about the power of having everything in real time. We're talking live dashboards that show you the project's health at a glance. No more working off a report that was outdated the second you hit print. This is the freshest data, always.
And let's be honest, what about one of the biggest black holes for our time? Communication, right? AI can be a total game changer here. It can automate all those routine status updates. It can listen in on a meeting, transcribe the whole thing, and then spit out a perfect summary with clear action items. It can keep all your project info organized and easy to find. And all that boring stuff being handled means you get to focus on the really important part, the actual human-to-human conversations that move projects forward. So you're probably wondering, how do I actually make the AI do all this cool stuff? Well, the secret is learning to talk to it. And the most important word you need to know is prompt. A prompt is just, well, it's the instruction you give it in plain English. You're talking to a generative AI. That's one that can create brand new stuff like text or even images. And here's the deal. The quality of your prompt directly impacts the quality of what you get back. You know that old saying, garbage in, garbage out? It has never, ever been more true than it is with AI. So if you want to get amazing results, you've got to learn how to write a good prompt. Don't just toss a vague question at it. You got to give it context. Tell it who you are. I'm a project manager in the software industry. Show it what you want. Give it examples of the format you're looking for. And really, treat it like a conversation. Go back and forth, refining your request. Oh, and here's a fantastic pro tip for you. Always ask the AI for its sources. It's a great little reliability check to make sure it's not just making stuff up. Now, this next part is super important. It's a real mindset shift. I want to be crystal clear. AI is not here to replace you. It's here to be your co-pilot. The whole idea is something called augmented intelligence. It's all about taking human smarts and just amplifying them with what machines can do. And this table just lays it out perfectly, right? Look at our strengths as humans: intuition, creativity, common sense, emotional intelligence. All the stuff machines are terrible at. And what are their strengths? Crunching huge amounts of information, being trained easily, and not having any selfish motives. See how it works? It's this incredible partnership where each of us covers the other's weaknesses. We can get so much more done together than we ever could on our own. And this quote just says it all. The AI is your co-pilot. It's the one managing the data, running all the numbers, and showing you the different paths you can take. But you are the pilot. You're the one making the final call, using all your experience and your gut feeling to make that strategic decision.
So let's be absolutely clear on this. Your role is becoming more important, not less. You are the essential human in the loop. Your judgment, your experience, that's the magic ingredient that turns raw data from an AI into something that's actually smart, strategic, and useful for the company.
Okay, but it's not all sunshine and roses. With all this power comes responsibility, right? If we're going to be leaders here, we have to be really honest and clear-eyed about the risks. So let's talk about the big watch-outs. All right, these are the big four, so really pay attention. First, data privacy. You have to be so careful here. Never ever feed sensitive company info or personal data into a public AI tool. Second, data bias. If the AI was trained on biased data, its answers will be biased. Simple as that. Then you've got intellectual property issues. You have to be careful there. And finally, confidentiality. Leaking company secrets is a real danger. Look, these aren't just little things to think about. They are core responsibilities for any of us using AI. You're also going to come across this really weird thing called a hallucination. This is basically when an AI just confidently makes something up. It sounds totally plausible, but it's completely wrong. It's not lying in the human sense. It's just trying to predict the next word in a sentence, and sometimes it gets it wrong. And this, right here, is exactly why you, the human in the loop, are absolutely essential. You have to check its work, always.
And on that note, it's really important to know the difference between two kinds of wrong answers. First, you've got misinformation. That's an honest mistake, like a hallucination. The intent isn't bad. But then you have disinformation. That's malicious. It's a flat-out lie, created on purpose to fool people. And as project professionals, it's our job to build checks and balances to protect our projects from both.
Whew, okay. So, we've talked about the massive opportunity, the tools you can use, the right mindset to have, and the risks you need to watch out for. What's left? Well, the most important part, taking action. So let's figure out your personal game plan for how to get started. And the best advice I can give you is this. Think big, but start small. Seriously, don't try to change your entire workflow overnight. That's a recipe for disaster. Just pick one small, maybe even annoying repetitive task you do every week. Maybe it's summarizing your meeting notes. Maybe it's writing the first draft of that weekly status report. Just pick one thing, get a quick win under your belt, and then you can build from there. Because at the end of the day, you can't learn this stuff just by watching videos or reading articles. The absolute best way to get good at this is to get your hands dirty. You've got to jump in and just play with the tools. And encourage your team to do it too. Make it a safe space to experiment, to mess up, to learn, and to share what you figure out with each other. When you boil it all down, it really comes to these three simple, powerful words. Learn the tools, grow your skills, and lead. Lead your teams, lead your company into this incredible new era of project management. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. I want you to actually look at your to-do list for tomorrow. Find one thing on it. What is the very first task that you could make a little bit easier, a little bit faster with AI? Just start right there. See what happens. Thanks for hanging out with me today.